Imagine living on a city that floats in the middle of the ocean, with no grocery stores, no fast food joints, and no way to run out for a quick bite. Now imagine feeding that entire city, thousands of people, 3 meals a day, every day, without missing a beat. That's life on a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier, with over 5,000 sailors on board and more than 17,000 meals served daily. The galley, what the Navy calls the kitchen, is a mission-critical part of the ship's operation. From fresh-baked bread to midnight rations, this isn't just cooking. It's logistics, planning, manpower, and precision, all happening below the flight deck. So how do they pull it off? Let's take you behind the scenes of one of the most impressive food operations in the world, right in the heart of the U.S. Navy life. On an aircraft carrier isn't just about jets taking off or high-tech warfare. It's about people. Between 4,500 to 6,000 sailors live and work on these massive ships during deployments. They're pilots, mechanics, doctors, engineers, and yes, cooks. Each day includes breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight chow, and plenty of snacks in between. Whether someone's just getting off a night shift or heading into a 12-hour watch, there's always a meal ready. But how do you feed thousands of hungry sailors day in and day out, especially when you're hundreds, sometimes thousands, of miles from the nearest port? Here's where things get really interesting. Unlike life on land, carriers can't just pop into a Costco when supplies run low. Instead, they rely on underway replenishment, a high-speed, high-risk operation where supply ships pull up alongside the carrier, both sailing at about 12 to 16 knots, and transfer tons of supplies across cables. This system, called stream rigs, can move over 1 million pounds of supplies in one go: milk, meat, flour, cooking oil, and everything in between. And when the seas are too rough or a quick drop is needed, helicopters come in. Using MH-60 Seahawks, helicopters lift pallets straight from supply ships onto the carrier deck in what's known as vertical replenishment. Once all that food is aboard, the next challenge is storage. Deep inside the carrier are massive refrigerators, freezers, and dry storage rooms, basically a floating warehouse. From frozen meats and dairy to dry staples like rice, pasta, and canned goods, it's all carefully organized. The Navy plans ahead, usually carrying enough supplies to last 90 days at sea. Special elevators carry pallets of food straight up from storage to the galley decks, making sure things move fast and efficiently. And it's all tracked using advanced inventory systems. Sailors check stock levels, temperatures, and expiration dates daily to make sure nothing spoils, and everything's in place for the next meal. Now let's talk about where the real action happens: the galley. On older Nimitz-class carriers, there were multiple galleys for officers, chiefs, and enlisted sailors, but newer Ford-class carriers simplified things with just 2 large centralized kitchens that serve everyone. These modern galleys are connected to 3 main mess decks, where sailors eat. And thanks to vertical design, where storage, elevators, and kitchens are lined up, the entire process is smoother and quicker. Here, teams of culinary specialists, usually 85 to 100 sailors, work around the clock. They bake bread, grill burgers, prep salads, cook massive batches of eggs, and serve thousands of meals a day without pause. These aren't just cooks. Navy culinary specialists, or CSs, go through intensive training before ever stepping onto a ship. They attend CSA school in San Antonio, Texas, learning everything from large-scale meal prep to sanitation and nutrition. Many specialize further in baking, international cuisine, or dietary planning. Food safety is taken seriously. Every meal must meet Navy standards, and each CS is certified before handling food for the fleet. Leading the entire operation is the food service officer, working with the supply officer and the ship's command to keep every sailor fed and ready. Now let's get to the fun part. What's actually on the menu? The Navy follows a 21-day rotating meal cycle designed by NAVSUP. Breakfast could be eggs, bacon, pancakes, or oatmeal. Lunch and dinner feature everything from grilled chicken, burgers, and pasta to stir-fry and pizza. There are always salad bars, grab-and-go stations, and options for vegetarians or those with food allergies. But they don't just serve food, they boost morale. You've got Taco Tuesdays, Mongolian stir-fry nights, and even Steel Beach picnics right on the flight deck. Birthdays come with cake. Holidays might include full turkey dinners served by the commanding officer. All of this brings the crew together and makes life at sea a bit more personal. To make it all possible, the galleys are packed with serious equipment: industrial tilt skillets, steam kettles, massive ovens, griddles, and high-speed dishwashers. Ford-class ships also feature pallet-ready elevators, reducing manpower and increasing efficiency. Fewer sailors are needed to move supplies, which means more hands on deck for actual cooking. Everything's streamlined, from how food gets on board to how it's prepared and served, so the operation never skips a beat. But here's the thing: food on board a carrier isn't just about nutrition, it's about readiness. The Navy understands that good meals improve morale, focus, and overall mission success. After all, a crew that's well fed is a crew that's ready to respond, whether it's launching jets, rescuing ships, or providing humanitarian aid across the world. Behind every meal are young sailors, many just 18 to 22 years old, doing tough around-the-clock work to support the fleet. They might not get headlines, but without them, the ship doesn't run. So the next time you see an aircraft carrier cutting through the ocean, remember, below the jets and steel is a team of dedicated people making thousands of meals every single day. It's not just a kitchen, it's a lifeline. If you enjoyed this inside look at life aboard a U.S. Navy carrier, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's a lot more to explore about how the world's most powerful military truly operates. This is Know Our Forces. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.